Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. Hi, I'm Larry Kenny, the voice of Lion-O on Thundercats and Bluegrass on Silverhawks, and I wanted to make a special announcement that some amazing art of my characters is available now from MBartist.com. Oh, and they're all signed by yours truly. Limited edition, individually numbered with certificates of authenticity, all signed by me, Larry Kenny, at MBartist.com.
Oh, there's nobody there.
I'm here.
How you doing?
I had to look presentable for the camera. Sorry.
Oh,
I didn't do it in time. So
I was just doing some research and light reading with a friend of mine here.
Oh, his name's Grogu or Baby Yoda?
His name is How Do We Raise the Ratings?
Yeah. His name is Thank God He Showed Up.
Yeah. How do you fix a struggling series? You bring in this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. If they called it Book of Baby Yoda, it would have been like, I don't know, 5 times the ratings probably.
Probably the Book of Baby Yoda. Who can't
The Book of Baby Yoda. And like that's not even his name, but just call him that.
The Book of Baby Yoda.
Yeah. I've been calling it the Book of Mando Fett.
Mando Fett.
Once he showed up, I mean, nobody cared about Boba anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, now business is picking up.
Yeah.
Did you see the season finale?
Yeah. I had to, man. I knew you guys were going to be talking about it. So
you know it's the funny thing. The funny thing is spoilers. If you haven't seen if you're not up to date on Boba Fett, either go like this, la 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 la, or oh hell, who's watching this anyway? Oh wait, Brendan. There we go.
Well, watch it because Boba Fett actually does something. He shoots guns out of his knee.
Oh yeah.
He's got a rocket. He's been hanging around for like, I don't know, 7 episodes. He finally uses that rocket.
Did you see the okay, was it just me or did you get the sense when he went down, like it took so long to do it? He was like, you could just hear him say, oh my back.
Yeah. He's like, give me a minute. I'm
told for this shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you see Batman versus Superman, right? Like that fight scene between Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. He's wearing all this armor. Of course, it's like fake or rubber or whatever. But every time he gets knocked down, he gets up like, this is really heavy. Give me a second. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. No, I'll be with you in a moment. Like 4 times in that fight scene.
Oh, speaking of which, look who has joined us. I thought John turned it right off because he hasn't seen Boba Fett yet. Have you seen Boba Fett yet, John?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you saw last night?
Right. Yeah. Well, yesterday morning when I got home, the kids had it on.
Oh, there we go. So you're up to speed. So I figured if this little guy here worked for Boba Fett, he might work for us. A little ratings jump.
I mean, he can't do magic. Oh wait, yeah, he can.
Yes, he can. You kidding?
Yeah,
he was kicking ass.
He'll levitate our ratings.
Yes, levitate.
And then he'll take a nap.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
sorry.
Go ahead, John.
I was disappointed because there were Han Solo rumors about the show, and of course,
Yeah.
Oh well.
I think they blew the de-aging budget in the previous episode.
Yeah, they can only deep-fake one classic actor, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even use Mark Hamill, right? That the dialogue was completely computer.
Well, it's weird. They gave Mark Hamill a credit, but yeah, like I think he just hung out on the set.
Yeah, I don't even think he was there.
Oh no, that's what I from what I heard. Like he hung out on the set, but it wasn't his voice, and it clearly wasn't his face.
No,
that's weird.
Or his body. So like he just hanging out, I guess. I don't know.
So basically, he's the guy at the end of those election commercials. Hi, I'm Bill Clinton, and I approve this message.
Yeah,
he's the production's spiritual advisor.
Yes.
Spiritual. I get it.
Yes, he's a Force ghost.
Spiritual advisor. Very nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear you out there. So far, I see Jamie's running late and Brendan's here. We are the artists of MBartist, and welcome to MBartist Alley Live. Next to me, as always, the number 2, DC and Marvel inker Mustafa Musa, and of course, John. Did you happen to catch our first inaugural claim and auction sale?
No, I did not.
It was a John Hebert love fest.
Really?
Punisher and X-Men Adventures artist John Hebert.
Cool.
Luke, we did a little promo, and I actually brought Luke on, and he was waxing about how excited he is. Not only at getting it's Anne Marie's here. Yes, Anne Marie. I did get the pictures of what's for dinner tonight. Not only was he waxing poetically of how excited he was, he got his copy of Silverhawks and Thundercats 1.
Oh, cool.
I told him about our idea for the what if Tiger Sharks.
Yeah.
And he just went like this.
Cool.
So he's excited. He's excited. Oh, Brendan is asking for an update on Ecto 1. Let's do that at the top of the hour, Brendan.
He's got the double O's. Is that ooh or is that ooh? Like it's because it's ghost stuff.
Yes.
Anyways, as we do, Jamie's running behind, so let's hold up on the Boba Fett talk, because I just want to get all joygasmic on it, and I also want to rip it a little bit. Let's go through the featured art prints, because we are artists, and as we do, we got to pay the bills somehow. So let's roll through it. We got Bob McLeod's The Uncanny X-Men Mutant Family. We've got Chad Hardin's Harley Quinn. Shh. Francine, who's going to be our spotlight artist for today at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This is her Sabrina the Teenage Witch Family. Mr. Coker, where are you? We've got your Futurama gangs all here. Mr. Mulligan, who's down in Florida. Beauty and the Beast, tale as old as time. Mr. Rubenstein, we've got your Conan the Barbarian, Throne of Spoils. John, tell us what is going on here.
Elektra. Just a pinup I did for a fan. Came out nicely. You liked it. You wanted it colored. I think it came out beautifully.
It did. Water towers and all.
I love that cityscape. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff.
You know what I noticed is when you do female characters, you make sure to get the back and the front in there, eh? Get the back and the front. I noticed that's on the Scarlet Witch too.
Try to do the same thing with cars too, but it doesn't always work that way. Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Got to get the front from bumper to bumper, eh?
Be here all week. Try the veal.
All right.
But yes, I think I made it work.
Lobos, we got your Catwoman, Burglar Perch.
Burglar Perch.
Mustafa.
It's Rogue. It's Gambit. It's Gambit and Rogue.
Gambit and Rogue.
It's them not fighting people and throwing cards and sucking the life force out of them. It's them just kind of hanging out. Looks like a sunset, maybe a sunrise.
It's a sun something. It's pink.
Yeah.
There you go. Beauty and the Beast. Tail, full surrender. It looks like we got 2 Beauty and the Beasts today.
Yeah, one with a bit more problems for certain fandoms, I guess.
G-rated. What's above R?
PG-13.
NC-17.
Below? Yeah, I don't know if it's that bad. You know what this is? This is PG in the 80s is what it is.
Is it? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, in the 80s, anything went, man. They showed whatever in the 80s.
Brendan says stack to the...
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Stack to the beauty.
Yeah, Brandon, we're going to show the Ecto 1 at the top of the hour. So furry. Just like the Jawas. You know what? Maybe Beast is just a big Jawa.
There you go.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, those are our featured art prints. If you're saying, Stephen, how can I get one of these fine drawings? It's really quite easy. You can get it either by saying claim X-Men and Love G to help you out, or go over to MBartist.com and fill your boots and cart, whether it's fine art, platinum, or canvas, and we'll give you free shipping with the promo code free shipping. And today at the top of the hour, we're going to be giving one of these puppies away. So if you can please like, comment, subscribe, share. One of you fine people out there are going to walk away with one of these art prints. Let's see who's the winner at the top of the hour. All right, let's wipe the board clean. And how's everybody doing today? Not everybody
warm. I don't know. It's like
Shut the hell up.
Sorry. It got cold. It got down to the 40s, I think.
It got up to the 40s here.
Yeah, 40
There's
inches of
space
snow
down here. You guys can move. There's no state tax. It's great. Food's good. People are friendly.
They won't let me across the border yet.
Oh,
hey, you guys do see?
right.
Look here's the window. Look, it's still white out there, even with the blinders. Can't you see it's all white?
So I'm gonna say I've been to Canada a few times. Doesn't matter the time of the year. It's gonna be all white up there.
Oh, that's not true. We have 2 or 3 months of green.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the weather, but that's cool.
Oh, all right.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's not true.
That's
We
okay.
have a Lando.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, but he's real nervous.
He's trying to learn hockey.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna leave
You
that
play
alone.
hockey?
Just leave it alone. Ariel, I got to give you props. I saw your Scarlet Witch, and wow, that looked fantastic. Way to go. Congrats on that piece. It's a beautiful piece. And it's 70 degrees. All right, let's all just rub it in. Everybody who's in the hot spots. May
That's
a
right.
tornado come to your front yard. So book about Jamie, get in here. We need to talk about this Book of Boba Fett. We actually have watched it. So has everybody seen Ghostbusters?
So what did you not like about it?
About the action was disjointed for me.
I hated that they brought the kids back. It's like they got back the dailies, they got back the episodes, and like, you know what? We're gonna bring in those Star Wars cosplaying kids one more time. We're gonna bring back those stupid bikes one more time. We're gonna make people like these guys, and it just never worked. I wanted them to die, but like maybe in a sacrificial, heroic way, so that they're like, oh, they didn't have to die. Oh, well, they weren't so bad after all, but they lived, and I hate that.
Well, I didn't really get engaged until the X-Wing showed up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Whenever Mando was on the screen, like Mando stole it. Mando and Grogu stole the show. Let's be honest.
That little guy right there.
Yep. Our ratings jumper. We're gonna call him our personal ratings jumper.
Yep.
I just didn't care.
Oh, and if you guys know Robert Rodriguez and his movies at all, he totally stole from himself whenever he took out Blueface guy, and he walks away, and then the camera kind of fades, and it's the same scene. Like he's done that in a lot of his action movies, and I don't know, man. Paying homage to yourself in a Star Wars movie, I'm like, dude, just I don't know. It's distasteful.
I didn't like how they I loved how they introduced Cad Bane in the last episode.
He was great.
Yeah, I hate what they did with him though in this one. It's like I thought like there was so much you could have done with that character, and they just didn't.
I guess they killed him, right?
Yep. Well,
he's not going to come back from a head wound, right? Like that.
It's Star Wars, man. Everybody thought the sheriff was dead, and he's not.
No, but they shot him in the shoulder. Like, I mean, you see in the recap, like it doesn't look. It looks like
Chinatown.
A guy, I know. Exactly.
And it was just like, and then I was watching just before I came here the Kevin Smith review of the last episode, and he made a great point. Is like, where was the shot of like they said they need foot soldiers? Why isn't Boba Fett like saying like why isn't there a bunch of sand people storming the town?
Yeah, and like when Boba Fett's walking around, of course, with his helmet off, at
Yeah,
the end, like somebody brings him some food or whatever, and he's like, I'm not cut out for this. I was like, no shit. Like, you're a terrible leader. Go back to being a fucking Go back to being a Mandalorian. Like, yeah, sorry, I channeled Francine.
Yeah. No, see, Francine gets away with it because she has the cute accent. So
I don't even have a Texan accent. Sorry. But like Boba Fett was wasted the entire time, and he gets like 5 minutes to be cool, but he's still upstaged by Mando next to him.
Yep. Oh, through the whole thing. Here we go. He's here. Mr. Coker, Villainous Villains. Guess what we were talking about?
I heard a whole lot of shit talking about my show.
You got to have the hat down when you're saying that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I was thinking about it. We were talking about doppelgangers, right? Like a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The dad in Shazam.
Oh yeah.
The dad in Shazam. I think that would be your doppelganger.
Oh, Jerry from The Walking Dead.
Yep, definitely more
Yeah.
than freaking Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah. I still.
By the way, we figured out mine is Steven Seagal the later years.
That's not, you don't want that. Nobody wants that.
After Under Siege.
You need to dye your goatee, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't spray paint the hair I have.
Mr. Coker,
man,
Mr.
oh,
Coker,
man.
we've been waxing poetically about the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett, which we have now all agreed it should be renamed the Book of Baby Yoda, for ratings purposes, of course. Let's. I'm going to hand it to you because you're usually very well thought out in terms of your criticisms. Engage.
Okay, so first off, I don't think it should have been called the Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
Obviously, it should have been like Tatooine. It should have been like Tatooine, Life in the Street, or something like that.
Yeah, also
It definitely was not. I mean, the thing about the show is, it's Boba Fett's in there. He doesn't feel like the main character for a good portion of it. I almost wonder if there was some kind of aspect of it where they were like maybe in panic mode a little bit, because the feels of episodes 5 and 6 are totally different than the rest of the series. Like,
yes,
you can see how the first 4 and the last one, same feel, same director, whatever. But those 2 middle episodes detract so far from the rest of it that you're just like, what's going on here? It feels like God, it feels like, some of those movies where there's a narrative and you're like following it, all of a sudden they just like drop it or they just like change it completely. It takes you completely out of the movie.
Like the last 3
kind
Star
of
Wars
happens
movies?
a little bit with this. Like,
hey, there you go.
Yeah, a little bit. And I mean, I will say this. This series proved to me one thing. Bryce Dallas Howard needs her own movie. She is a phenomenal director. I think she could easily bring a whole new thing to Star Wars and kill it. Filoni and Favreau, there's talks that they may reboot the sequel trilogy.
Wait, what do you mean? Like redo them?
Just saying.
Like redo them?
Yeah, that's the talk.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah,
gonna
like
redo.
like the ones that are in place.
No.
That's the talk.
No.
That the other ones will be tossed out, and these ones will become canon.
No,
I know
it's
the craziest thing I've ever heard. But if you look at horror, you look at some movies, like some horror movies, like Halloween. They've done that. It's like, oh yeah, remember those movies you paid money for a few years ago?
Yeah.
Guess what? They don't count anymore.
What I think would be interesting.
They've got a device.
It's just
They've got a device. They all could have been dreamt by somebody in the back of the tank.
Back to yeah. What I need one of those back.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oof. Carrying art around.
Yeah.
I think if they made movies where, like, say there's this Skywalker trilogy and you just move the camera over just like 30 degrees and make that movie,
Yeah.
it's happening at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Like if Monty Python fans, The Life of Brian, like like that. Yeah.
Back to the Future too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could use one word of couple syllables to explain that stuff. Multiverse. Like, oh yeah, that happened. That happened in that Star Wars, but this is the other Star Wars. And no Rey, no Finn, no. No, any of those other
it's
guys.
the Legends movie.
Orlando.
And somehow Aunt May dies
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And they
Yeah.
shot Bruce's parents. and killed him.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I just realized is
So
like go ahead, Jamie. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I was just gonna say, what's cool about the show is that there's so many things that like so much fan service that was completely great. Like Cad Bane is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So to see him in live action, was like a whole different level for me. Like it took me, like I geeked out so hard. I probably like, I don't know, broke something internally and I don't even know it yet.
I think you broke your router.
But the maybe the negatives for the show I think are I just think there's so much more positive than negative. I'd put it that way.
True.
So much more positive than negative.
The ship was in such a like free fall, and they were able to like pull it up and just barely miss crashing into the mountain. But it wasn't like a smooth landing. It was like, well, you know, it didn't crash and burn. But like after 4 episodes, I was ready to just like put it on in the background while I do things more worthwhile with my time. And I never felt that way once in the Mando season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
An easy editing thing they could have done is okay. Those excellent episode 5 and 6, just dice them into the first 4 episodes and be like, oh, this episode isn't so great. Oh, hey, look, it's Mando. You know, that kind of thing. Instead, we got like a big fat 50-minute episode in the middle of these like half-hour episodes or whatever. I'm like, what? Is anybody in charge? Nobody's in charge. Nobody's in charge.
Yeah.
Nobody's in
Yeah.
charge.
Well, there was just so many things that just jumped on me. Like it just occurred to me.
Yeah.
That,
Well,
go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say the one thing that got me was I thought the last episode was gonna be even longer to account for the war part of it. And it was like the whole episode was an hour. To be honest, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was gonna be longer, you know? It they built this thing up to feel like the Pikes. There's so many of them. They're gonna just take over everything. And I'm like, oh, so there's like a classroom full of Pikes that they just let out, and they're trying to take over Tatooine and everything. Like,
Mess up.
All right.
They didn't even do that. Half hour was spent trying to get through a force shield on 2 droids.
Yeah. And apparently those droids are not that hard to take out in the cartoons. I never watched the cartoons, but like, I don't know. They used a lot of film time on that. Yeah. And then there was the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla scene. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, here's what when Boba Fett takes off, I was like, oh, he's gonna ride, because he said, I want to ride the Rancor. Here he comes with the Rancor. And then I was like, why don't I just go get my ship and blow them all out of the sky? Like, why am I getting a Rancor when I have a Slave 1?
Yeah. Also,
Well-
and then King Kong was there. Yeah.
He has a fire spray now. Remember?
Can you tell what was in the theaters when they were working on that episode? If you think back to like, you know, Godzilla versus Kong would have been March, they probably were like writing that episode and they're like, yeah, we should put that in a Star Wars movie. Or show at least.
Yeah. I was just like, and here's the other thing is like they built up that the Wookiee, Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all these Bosk wannabes pull out knives, and he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then they get all over him, and then he comes like limping in, and they're like shooting him. So apparently he can't kill him. It just wounds him, and he collapses. Boba Fett goes, gets him, brings him back, and says, my friend, I'm going to give you a nice long bath. I'm sorry, but if I just sacrifice myself and you're offering me a bath.
They used to say that to me. They used to say that to me at the firehouse all the time.
But here's the thing: is like they get the droids, they blow it up, and all of a sudden, Black and Sand is like, "I feel better," and he's running down the street.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think they had to use up the material. I think they had to use up the material, the concept they didn't use, that didn't make the final cut in Return of the Jedi, where Chewie was injured and limping for no reason. They just decided to slop it off on this guy. What the hell?
Yeah. Also, I never remember Chewbacca. I remember you could see the whites of his eyes. It was always disconcerting, this new Chewbacca.
Yeah.
white haired Chewbacca. Like how you can see the whites of his eyes. It just it was very disconcerting to me.
You're right.
Yeah.
Eric,
Yeah.
pull up a Chewie photo. We got to do a Chewie Black Chrysanthemum side by side here, and let's check out those.
Not really.
Oh man. But I don't know if you guys will agree. The biggest missed opportunity was establishing the history between Cad Bane and Boba Fett. Oh, because there's that unused thing that from the original Clone Wars series where Cad Bane and Boba Fett have a duel, and Cad Bane shoots Boba Fett and hits him in the helmet, and that's where he got the dent from.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but they never used it. They never used that.
Yeah. They love flashbacks in this freaking season. They could have put a flashback of that.
That's why I thought we were going to see it. I was like, oh,
they'd have to get a skinnier Boba Fett actor though.
One without a heavy accent.
He gained some weight in that Rancor pit or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
the Rancor wasn't the only one eating.
The back to tank was very good to him. No,
when he came out, he was pretty. It's not like he's out of shape. He's a thicker dude than the Boba Fett that we've seen for 30 years. You know.
Oh yeah.
And the guy that was his original voice didn't have the accent, and he had a more gritty voice. It was the guy that was the bartender on All in the Family.
Oh, was it?
You didn't know that?
Nah.
Jason Wingreen voiced over Boba Fett in the original. He was the crusty old bartender on All in the Family and Archie Bunker's Place.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Wow. Well, if you watch the special editions, they fixed it.
Well, yeah. So like that, I guess I've watched that so much that's the voice I hear.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember the original Boba Fett voice, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
I preferred it. I think that's because that's my generation, but
right.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you're right. Well, Chewie's still got some white in there.
Does he?
Yeah, look in there. It's all covered by shadow, though.
I don't know. If you say so. I mean, my eyes are failing me at this point, so I don't know.
You
Sounds
too,
like
huh?
a true artist.
Yeah. We're gonna zoom in. There we go. I don't know. I mean, it seems like a distinct difference in their eyes, but I don't. Really
it is
care.
a
It's all
distinct
make believe. Yeah. This is all.
It's a different breed of dog.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say to John. Was it John was talking about Black Krrsantan was limping? If you look at the bottom of it, the foot was like turned sideways.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh,
it looked like his foot
is
was
broken.
Yes.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's just running away with the blaster. Like
it's something about Wookiees and Tatooine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, healing factor?
Yeah, he's got a little Deadpool in him.
Honestly, I think it just looked like the costume was like dragging is what it looked like to me. It didn't look broken. It just looked like they were like, it's whatever. Just film it. They don't care. Nobody cares.
Just run with it.
Well, you guys have all seen the outtake shot from Return of the Jedi with the sandstorm, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess not. Where they're limping back to the Millennium. They're going back to the Millennium Falcon and the X-wing in the sandstorm after they killed Jabba, and Lando and I think Leia are helping Chewie, and Chewie's limping for no reason. There was obviously something that happened, but they never showed it. So I'm figuring that's what they just used. They said, "What the hell,"
That seems like a Filoni and Favreau thing. They're getting all kinds of little Easter eggs and nuggets like that.
Surprised they didn't bring in a sandstorm.
All I have to say is the best part was the last scene in the whole thing, with the Baby Yoda is just clanging on the. No.
He wants to go fast.
He's like, all right, one more. You know what? The reason why I identify with that is like that's me with my 4-year-old all the time.
Me too.
I said no. Oh,
so
fine.
So did anybody else think that when he picked the chainmail, it was going to actually come into play in some way?
Yeah, I did.
He was going to get attacked or a laser or something, and then the chainmail was going to save him?
Yep. I thought so too.
A missed opportunity, no?
Yep.
Like foreshadowing without the shadowing? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many missed opportunities here.
It was also the anti-MacGuffin. It didn't have to be something. You know what I mean? I mean, it was involved, but it didn't end up being some belabored plot point either.
Yes.
So
It was
it's almost
unsatisfying.
like they did it to not do that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
Jamie will get this reference. Last week on All Elite, I hate to give them credit, but it was good booking. You know, they did the fake spot where CM Punk lost, and they restarted the match, and then he lost anyway. That's great booking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they fake you out. They made you think that you saw something you did, and then okay, now it's restarted. He's going to win. No, and it's the same thing. It's there, and it was still kind of involved, but it didn't become the MacGuffin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my take.
Yes, it was less satisfying.
I just love that
man.
we worked in All Elite Wrestling. Hey,
I'm giving
They're
credit
going
for
down.
good booking once.
Yeah.
They did one really good piece of booking.
I think essentially what they've done is they've teed up whatever's going to happen in season 3 of Mando.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Well, okay, it's too late now. I was hoping there was going to be something that would dovetail into Obi-Wan. I don't know how that time works.
Oh
but,
yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping,
Yeah.
after the credits or whatever, it's going to be like, oh, hey, it's doing the Marvel thing because they're owned by the same people. Cool. But they didn't. So now I'm hoping that Obi-Wan will have some connection to Baby Yoda, Mando, anything at all, and not just be pointless like half of the season was.
Yeah.
Well, it's kicking off for May the 4th, so
yeah,
Is that soon? Okay.
Just, make it worthwhile. Don't just make it something to do. Like, there's episodes of Hawkeye, there's episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier where it's just like they just needed something to do that week. Like that's what it felt like. It didn't feel like an event. It just felt like, well, we need to pad this thing. People are paying money. We need to pad it. I don't need that. I got enough to do in my free time.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I think we should start the movement right now. Now that they've been able to polish the de-aging and being able to bring back past their prime actors, we need a Luke Skywalker Disney Plus series.
That's what I said.
With
That's what
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think they're kind of feeling around for that anyway?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they should back up the Brinks truck. And like you said, Jamie, you could keep the sequel trilogy there. Because it's supposed to be 40 years after, right? So let's do the true sequel to Return of the Jedi, and let's see what Han, Luke, and the gang are doing in the Mando timeline.
Well, okay. Again, do you remember? I'm older than most of you guys. There was a big to-do when Return of the Jedi came out where Lucas said, it ended up being a changed or just a gaslight thing, but he said, he was going to finish up Return of the Jedi, and then he was going to take, I don't know, a 5 or 10 year break, and then he was going to do a prequel, three prequels, and then he was going to do 3 afterwards to show what happened with Han, Luke, Leia, and their children, whatever, 20 years later, 25 years later. Well, then the divorce came with Marsha Lucas, and he wanted to screw her out of monies. And he was burned out anyway, and I think society was ready to be done with Star Wars for a little while. So he sat on his ass and let it foment for a while. And I know those scripts are somewhere, or the story outlines are somewhere.
Oh, so, hey, he sold them to Disney.
Right.
There's a whole story on that. When he sold it to Disney, he said, "Here's 7, 8, 9," and they basically went, "Okay, thanks," and put it over on the side and said, "JJ, what do you want to do?" And JJ said, "I got a great idea. Let's do a reboot, but it's not a reboot, and we'll get Lawrence Kasdan to make it sound like it's Han Solo, so that Harrison Ford will do it. We'll make millions." And then Kathleen Kennedy said, "I've got an even better idea. It worked for James Bond. Let's do it here. We're going to hire, each movie gets its own director, its own feeling, its own everything, and it will work seamlessly."
And it did not.
Those movies very truly felt like a committee of people.
Oh, no question.
A lot of cooks and no chef or whatever. Yeah.
Too many Indians, not enough, or too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah.
Do you know that scene in episode 1 where they're like, all the aliens are there and everybody's yelling at each other in different languages. Nobody understands what the hell's going on and nobody's running anything.
That was the pitch session for the movies. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That was actually a
And
boardroom.
Ryan Johnson played the role of the Emperor.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson played the role of the Emperor.
Yeah. We need to sell toys, but to this demographic, what can we add? Yeah.
Well, I think Ryan
Yes,
Johnson just screw it.
He totally did. He totally did with the lightsaber. Meh. That's what he did with the previous movie. Meh. Yeah.
Like hindsight being 2020 in the trailer where he said, "Let go of the past, burn everything to the ground." We should have took the man at his word.
They were going to give him his own franchise of Star Wars stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
they
like,
were.
not so fast.
They're like, nah.
Just like the Game of Thrones writers, they're like, you can have whatever you want. Not so fast.
Do you remember when Kathleen Kennedy was giving out trilogies like candy to everybody? You get a trilogy. You get a trilogy.
There was somebody else that was supposed to get
the guys from Lord
and Miller.
Yep, they got a
Lord
trilogy.
and Miller, the guys who did Solo and then didn't do Solo.
Yep.
And they said so long. Too Solo.
Yeah, they went to Spider-Verse and won an Academy Award.
Yeah. And Lego movies
They gave a trilogy to the guys of Game of Thrones. They gave a trilogy to Ryan Johnson. They gave who else did they give trilogies to? They were giving it out like candy. It was like everybody gets a freaking trilogy.
Yeah, there was a stretch of time where there were, I think, 3 Star Wars movies in 6 months. Wasn't there?
Yep. Yeah, it was
Last
Rogue
Jedi,
One,
Solo, and
Last Jedi. Last Jedi was right in the middle.
Right. And they're like, yeah, maybe we don't know what we're doing.
Maybe we're gonna take a break. Look at Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie just had a geek aneurysm.
Yeah.
Pain.
I saw some online meme where it was a bunch of guys fighting, and they're like Star Wars fans and Star Wars fans and Star Wars fans, because everybody is just like, no, it's the greatest. No, this is awful. No, this is okay. I think that's us.
Yeah.
I remember like I love Star Wars. Love Star Wars. And I remember when Jedi was over, it was like, now what? I'm so starved for Star Wars. And we got droids, we got Ewok Adventures, and we got the 2 Ewok movies. And I was like, oh man. And
you had the comic books, we had video games, and that was about it, right?
But this is before video games.
The comic book got pretty terrible after the movies ended.
Well, the video games, I mean, like the arcade stuff, you know.
But they put Bob on it.
Oh man.
No, I'm talking.
We love you, Bob. I kid because I love. Besides, he's not famous.
Bob's issues were the only ones I was interested in after the fact.
Yeah. But anyways, they stopped it. Everything got canceled, and there was no Star Wars from 85,
86.
Yeah, they canceled the Kenner line, and there was no Star Wars until 1991. So there was 5 years of nothing, and then they released the Heir to the Empire, the novel by Timothy Zahn, and that was I read that, and I was like, please make these into movies, please make these into movies. And then they announced episode 1, and I remember the hype. Do you guys remember the hype for episode 1? Like the trailer.
The last time I was in line for a midnight showing.
Yep,
that was the last time. I was like,
the trailers looked phenomenal. People were buying the toys. Like, I'm going to buy 20 of them because they're going to be $1 million when my kids get older.
Oh, Jar Jar Binks.
Well, so what's interesting, and I've had this conversation across the country. So for us, for everybody on the screen right now, we grew up with the original trilogy, right? And that's our Star Wars. And then there was the prequels, and I think universally we're just like, yeah, these movies aren't that great. There might be a couple of moments here and there, but even the greatest moments are still not as good as any of the things from the original trilogy, right? Well, all those kids who grew up with those movies, that's their Star Wars. And you talk to them now, and they're like, "Oh, I prefer the prequels or whatever." I'm like, "Well, how? What? Who made you? What are you talking about?" But like, those people have buying power now, right? Yeah. Those people are generating stuff that is in like the public consciousness. So like, it's amazing to me that enough time has passed that people love the prequels, just like the original trilogy. Enough time passed that people love the original trilogy. You know?
Do you know how many people? when we did the shows last year, do you know how many people came up to me asking, like, they would buy John's #1, they would buy the Darth Vader villains, and then they would go, "Do you have any Clone Wars?" And I'd be like, "No,
Yeah.
you don't have any Clone Wars."
Clone
I mean,
Wars,
Darth
I think
Vader.
they put just a little bit above the prequels, but it's like really highly thought of. And those movies do not age well at all.
No. Well, the point I was getting to with 99 is I remember I watched episode 1 and the crawl, like everybody was applauding. Not only was there a smell of BO in the theater because people were waiting for days on end, but there was like people applauded at the Fox fanfare going across like this. They were applauding and the scroll, they were applauding all through the whole scroll. And then the opening scene is, "Please hail the ship."
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like,
and those deeply offensive accents from the aliens.
how can they do this? Is that legal?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Make it legal.
And Steve, just to be clear, it was the smell of BO and abject failure.
All I know is I was at the midnight screening. I watched it. Thing. Love the pod race.
Yep.
Love the lightsaber duel at the end. But at the end, I'm like, I was so confused. I so wanted to love this thing. Our first Star Wars since 1983. And I was like in a state of confusion. I woke up the next day, saw the 8 a.m. movie just to reaffirm that my brain wasn't defective.
Yeah, I think I was about 40 minutes in when I leaned over to my buddy and I was like, I don't think this is very good.
Yeah.
And he was like
Same
wide-eyed,
thing.
like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." Yeah.
Like my first hint was the opening scene where there's like deadpan conversation. Second one is they introduced Jar Jar Binks, and I was like, oh. And then and then they were like midichlorians. Wait, what? We have to give a scientific explanation to the Force?
Yeah, that was a big bad idea.
Yep.
And then the nail to the coffin was he has no father. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was Jesus Vader.
No, Anakin Skywalker is Jesus. No.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, that was a little wild.
They never really touch on that, do they? They never really bring that up. Like, yeah.
Nope.
They just were like, okay, whatever, George. And then I was old enough at that point to know the history of movies and directors and writers. And I remember looking at the credits, and I'm like, wait a second, George Lucas didn't direct 2 out of the 3 movies,
right?
And people like those movies. Why did he come back to direct this? Maybe
the
he
quest
shouldn't
for
have
bucks.
directed, And then he directed all 3. And yeah, the other 2 I didn't even see in the theater. I saw them on like DVD or whatever after the fact. I didn't care. Yeah.
Well, the story.
The last one I actually saw as a DVD that somebody smuggled into work one afternoon. I was like, I couldn't believe how awful. And I still remember Peter David at a convention saying, "I could have fixed that last one." He says, "With one line change, I could have fixed it." Oh yeah, what's that, Peter? I don't know if I've told you this before, but I totally agree with him. When Darth Vader says, when he comes out of the operation in that Frankenstein scene, "Where's Padme? Oh, she's dead." And he's, "No!" Peter David said he could have made that movie if he just went, very coldly, just went, "Good." I was like, wow, that would have been cool.
Good.
Excellent. I owe you a Coke.
That's right.
See, my experience was totally different. The first 2, I did not see them in the theaters because I was like, this does not look interesting to me at all. I don't care. Then finally the last one I went to go see in the theaters with some friends. They paid for my ticket to go see it. Notice I didn't pay for it. And so then I was like, okay, we'll go see it. They better bring Vader into this one because I heard he's not in the other 2. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, the fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan, cool as hell. I mean, I don't know how you could get much better than that. Probably the best lightsaber duel in all of Star Wars.
The Darth Maul
Mustafar.
The Darth Maul fight?
I don't know. That one was pretty cool. But
That was all like, that wasn't CG as much,
Yeah. Darth Maul
because
fight
like
was
that
awesome
Mustafar
because he
fight,
won.
you see them levitate because of CG every once in a while, and it doesn't look so good.
Yeah. But I mean, just the implication. It's like,
Yeah.
Anakin, I have the high ground. And then he still
Yeah.
does the stupid flip anyway, which doesn't
Right.
make sense because I thought the Jedi could flip from like super high. Why
Yeah.
is he only flipping just above him so he can just reach up and go, oh, there, cut your legs and arms off. There you go. I'm done.
Yeah.
I win. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
You just know that as soon as he did that, Obi-Wan was thinking, "What a millennial."
Oh, God.
Does it anyway. Hey, all I know is like the prequels were a missed opportunity because I don't know if do you guys remember Cinescape, the magazine?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah. They had a breakdown based on all of George Lucas's previous notes about what the prequels were supposed to be, and it was supposed to be Othello. And if he actually stayed true to what it was supposed to be and not worry about the marketing dollars, the toy dollars, and all that types, because that would have came, and actually catered to the original of what it was supposed to be, which is a dark story, a falling from grace. The good guys lose. Then it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome. And if we could with the technology it is, I would love to see Filoni basically redo the prequel trilogy.
Redo them in animated form.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Don't just hire new actors or whatever, but have like likenesses and some like the what if, like that kind of quality of animation.
Yeah.
You know, despite how I feel about the unevenness of the episodes, like the art was amazing. Like it was very true to the comics, right? Yeah. So have that kind of like attention to detail. Just redo the originals, and they'll hold up. They'll actually be interesting. And you don't even have to have the actual voice actors. You have guys do impressions. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, you can synthesize it. We're at the point now where you can just synthesize.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, the Luke Skywalker performance shows that.
Yeah, I guess.
But the long and short, if you watch, I don't know if you guys saw the behind the scenes making of The Mandalorian season 1, where Filoni waxes about the Duel of Fates.
Yeah,
that made me care about episode 1.
Yeah,
the way he spoke about it and eloquently evolved the ramifications of that movie. If that was actually conveyed on screen properly.
Yeah.
Like if George, I don't know if George intently wanted us to read between the lines, but it was pretty hard to read between those lines. But apparently he explained it to Dave Filoni, and it's like a joke, right? If I have to explain the joke, it's not funny. Like if you've got to explain the movie, it's not good. But he explained the movie, and I want that movie. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went off for a little bit about. I guess Star Wars is a very passionate subject. So much. So
yeah, we need Fran or Joe or somebody. Jeez, look at us.
Yeah, where is everybody?
Yeah,
where'd everybody
gonna keep talking about our Star Wars BS.
I know. Did we drive everybody away? I see Ariel is commenting, but who else is out there, guys? We want to hear your thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett season finale. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's throw it up there and let's see some comments on the Book of Boba Fett. So let's go around the horn and let's do the old Siskel and Ebert. Mustafa, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, what, to this Mando Fett thing?
Yeah, to the Book of Mando Fett.
If I have to choose one or the other, I gotta say thumbs down.
Ooh,
yeah, you can't just have like a few good moments and like, oh, it's good enough. No, we should ask for more. People are too enamored with mediocrity nowadays. That's why Spider-Man stands out. That's why Mando season 1 and 2 stands out, because everything else is just mediocre and people love it. Like, just go back even 10, 20 years. Stuff was just done with more care and more thought put into it. This thing was just like, we need content. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like they were trying to tell a story. It just felt like they were trying to do content. It was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right. Well, before I ask the next person, my lovely and beautiful wife has showed up with my Timmies. Lovely wife, don't run away. Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I like it.
She liked it.
Why? What's wrong?
Huh?
You guys didn't like it?
Mustafa didn't like it. He said it was an exercise in mediocrity.
Mm,
There were
She's
there
like,
were
no.
2.5 really good episodes.
2.5
Really
really good episodes.
4.5 mediocre.
I think 4 good ones.
She says 4. She gives it a 4 out of 7. 4 good episodes out of 7.
That's a stretch.
Now she's running away.
I liked it. It was
You liked Baby Grogu.
those are my favorite too.
Yes.
He
Her
was in
favorite
2.5
two are the
episodes.
episodes that have nothing to do with Boba Fett.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that's called Boba Fett was best when he wasn't in it.
That's right. The show was good when Boba Fett was not in it. Actually, I saw a really great meme. It was like, you guys were bitching and complaining that Boba Fett was talking too much. We finally get exactly what you want the last 2 episodes, and you're still bitching and complaining.
because he wasn't in it.
Some people might not know much about Boba Fett. I thought it was a pretty good introduction. I enjoyed it. It was a good introduction. And then they kept me in with Baby Yoda.
I think it was 4
Jamie?
episodes. I could have been told in 1.
Jamie?
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, and here's why.
Ooh.
Book of Boba Fett, it wasn't the greatest series that it could have been. So there's an asterisk next to my thumbs up. So don't get too angry with me, Mustafa. I definitely appreciate your concerns on it. But when you look at it, you think, okay, we were expecting like this phenomenal series about a character like Boba Fett, which, he's mysterious. He only had 10 minutes in the original trilogy. We thought he was dead in the Sarlacc pit, but here he is, and he's back. A little older, a little wiser, a little heavier, as has been pointed out. However, what we also got in this series was the evolution of a man. We also got a change in character. We solved some of the mystery about him, which was really cool to see. It was a little Dancing with Wolves, but whatever. We got great moments like we got great moments like we got the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid moment in the last episode. We got Cad Bane. We got a fantastic new character in Cobb Vanth. Some of the stuff from the novels. Freetown is actually now part of the Star Wars cinematic universe. It was just mentioned in books before. We got moments that I thought were kind of funny, like the whole Cobb Vanth in the back to tank with the Steve Jobs turtleneck on. Don't know what really that's about, but I thought it was funny. We got Black Kristen on screen. God, I can't say enough about Cad Bane.
Who was that last one you said?
Oh,
before
Cobb
Cad
Bane?
Bane? No, before Cad Bane.
Oh, Black
The
Kristen.
sheriff.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth.
I thought you said somebody else. Okay, sorry. Yeah,
No, the
Vanth.
sheriff.
No, not the. Well, okay. I thought it. Who's the lady with the tentacle heads? They introduced her character and then they killed her like nothing. Was she a character?
Oh, Flashdance actress. Flashdance.
Yeah, Jennifer Beals.
Beals.
Like,
Beals.
Yeah.
what was the point? What was the point? Why did she show up? Why did they put all that stuff on her just to kill her?
I don't know.
Yes,
Okay.
But
I maybe she was somebody
Are
from
we
fiction.
are we sure she's dead? Did we see a body?
But this is the one thing I would argue. This is the one thing I would argue. For a character like Boba Fett, who is so iconic and renowned, it's just like Wolverine. You can't tell a story that will make everyone happy. It's just impossible.
Right.
I
There's
like the
just so many
origin
expectations.
That origin story with Quesada and Jeff Jenkins. I thought that was good. The origin of like him and his dynamic with Sabretooth. I thought that was a good story.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But I thought there were things about it that were cool, but overall it bored me and I stopped reading it. But
well, it's just the 4 issues though. I'm just talking about the original miniseries.
Yeah. I think I stopped the issue 2.
Okay.
I think
I'm
issue
big
2 I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love Quesada.
Yeah.
But
Especially when he gives us a job.
I mean, just from the perspective that we're actually getting the character back, rather than just these rumors that Boba Fett is alive. Really, and getting to see what he's up to now. I mean, that's something that 10, 20 years ago, I don't think we would have seen. So just from that perspective, I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Well, you did get to see an evolution of Boba Fett. That's correct. It's just I hated the evolution. It was not wiser. It was just more of a, I don't know what to say on this thing and not get bleeped. more of a
Danny Tanner.
yeah, guy who really doesn't want to do much.
Too talkative.
Well, definitely too talkative, but it's like, hey, let's not ruffle any feathers. And then when they're like, hey, let's write down the terms of demands, and he's got this like laundry list. Like, if it's Boba Fett, he should have like 2 words. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Fran.
Yeah,
2 letters.
Yeah, it should be Fran, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be
Instead,
Fran.
it's like, well, I don't want to have a discourse, but furthermore, and what? That's not Boba Fett. Boba Fett says 6 things.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Eric, I hope you're listening. We got to do that scene where he's writing it out and he sends the guy out. Except instead of the guy going out, we'll have Fran going out and just going, "Hey, beep, 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 beep."
Double gun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
his
got
answer,
2-word
and then
phrase.
you
It
see,
ain't Merry Christmas and it ain't Happy Birthday.
yeah, and you see Boba Fett shoot the guy in the back as he's like trying to read the line. He's like, "Oh, that's your answer." Like that's the Boba Fett that I think people were tuning in for. Not like, I mean, I get it if he's like wiser and more thoughtful, but he wasn't even that.
Nope.
Yeah.
And he was indecisive. He was like,
Yes.
"Let's go back to the palace and fortify." No, we should stay here. Okay, we'll
I
stay
am not
here.
cut out for this. Yeah, I know. Clearly.
You know what he was missing?
I get what you guys are saying, but I'm just saying as a whole, when you look at everything, not just the characterization of the one guy, which I know is the main character. I mean,
now the evolution
Basically, you're
that
saying
I
the book
liked a
of Boba
lot.
Fett is like preparation H.
Okay. Like the evolution that I liked a lot from this season was Mando's evolution. Like you see it, you know, from season 1 to season 2, and he's really embraced it in season 3. Like, no, this is who I am. I'm this kid's dad. You know?
Yeah.
Like that evolution is what I thought you were gonna say, and I love that.
I think Grogu had more of an evolution than Boba Fett.
I mean, in my mind, there's a parallel there. You know, you have original recipe Mandalorian with Boba Fett. You have extra crispy with Din Djarin. But you know, at the same time, it's like I don't know that I look at it this way. It's only season 1. Season 2 is probably going to be way better.
Oh,
they're going to have more time and everything.
There's no.
You don't think they're going to do another season?
No. Why? What's to tell? What's left? What's left?
I don't know. There's a lot of other bounty hunters out there.
I think they should do a Lethal Weapon style movie with the Mando and Boba Fett, just so we can get Boba Fett saying, "I'm too old for this shit."
There you go.
I don't think he has to say it.
No, that's true.
No.
John,
See
thumbs up or down?
What's that?
Thumbs up or down, John?
Thumbs high in the middle. Some stuff I really liked, some stuff I didn't. The big thing that bothered me was that he talked too much and you saw him without the helmet too much. They took away a lot of the mystique.
Yep.
Which, granted, in a show about the guy, fine. But the other point I'd like to make is, had we seen this series before we saw the excellence of The Mandalorian, I think everybody would have been raving about this a lot more. But there was a higher level of expectation.
Yeah, totally
They set the table.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was just so good that a lot of stuff just couldn't follow.
Yeah.
That's the way it happens sometimes. I really believe that. I believe that if we'd seen that first, people would be like, wow. And they did something different, and then they kind of came back to where they should have been the last couple episodes and made it like the movie. And I think there is more that you can tell with them, and I think there's more they can do. And from the way I'm reading into the tea leaves and whatnot, I think they learned from their mistakes. And yeah, they may have done a little bit of damage control after people started seeing the first a couple episodes where it got really, really slow. And by the way, they did do an issue of the Star Wars comic back in the day with him getting out of the Sarlacc, and it was fairly similar to the concept in this. Parts of it anyway, with him coming out. And he didn't really know who he was at first and whatnot, you know. And this was semi-faithful to it. The only problem was the director from Lucasfilm was, at the end of the comic, he somehow had to end up back in the Sarlacc because they knew they were going to do something with him at some point like this. I mean, that book was probably 85, 84. I remember Gene Day drew it. and he was kind of not really knowing who he was or what had happened to him, and he was just kind of staggering around. So he had a great cover though. But I that's my thing. I just think that expectations were a little too high because The Mandalorian was just so good.
I think that's a really good point. I think if this was season 1 and it's him crawling out of the Sarlacc pit, I think that's all people wanted. That's all people wanted. Yeah,
absolutely.
Instead of already having introduced him in a really cool way in the previous season. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
one more thing. I missed his shoulder cape. He had that shoulder cape. I missed the shoulder cape.
Yeah,
you know, the Wookiee braids are gone too.
I didn't like the dress.
Yeah, the braids are gone.
Yeah,
the Wookiee braids are gone.
Wookiee braids.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go thumbs down for Book of Boba Fett. Thumbs up for The Mandalorian season 2.5.
So you give it thumbs up.
I give Mandalorian season 2.5.
Oh, so you're gonna cop out, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what's the answer, man?
The answer is I love it because I appreciate. I'm gonna give it overall thumbs up, and the reason why is because we did get the moments we wanted. We've got a Robert Rodriguez hijacking, but we did get 2.5 episodes of glorious Mando love, and there's no more excuses. We can do a Luke Skywalker Disney Plus series.
Oh, and I also love the train hijack thing. I did love that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool too.
No, I said Robert Rodriguez hijacking, not a train hijacking.
Well, yeah.
All right, and
but
look at the time.
I thought it worked well in the context, and it didn't seem out of place like some of the stuff did.
No, but this.
But again, they were playing with somebody else's toy. Yeah, they were playing with somebody else's toys too, because the train thing was established in being in that universe in Solo.
Yeah. You ride it like a bantha.
That's right. Hey, let's leave my prom night out of this, all right?
Hey, you know those Jawas? Furry. Very furry.
Yeah, very furry. Very furry.
Very furry.
Again, leave my prom night out of this.
All right, it's top of the hour. As we are artists. We got to pay the bills. Let's throw up some featured art prints. Let me know if you're still out there. We see Ariel's out there. Anne Marie's with us still. Oh, thank goodness. All right, here we go. Bob McLeod, where are you? We missed your 12 minutes, but we've got your Uncanny X-Men. Chad, we've changed the day, hoping you'd be available. Where are you? Harley Quinn, shh. Francine, I'm sure she's getting her arm warmed up for her spotlight, which is going to be happening in the next hour. This is our Sabrina Teenage Witch. Jamie, we got your Futurama. The gang's all here. Jamie, did you see that they announced that they're bringing back Futurama?
I did, but John DiMaggio has not signed, which is a little concerning.
Yeah, what's that about? Is it just money? Is it contract or what?
I don't know. It always seems to be money. It's probably money.
Yeah. Pay the guy. Yeah. He is bending.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
Oh, yeah. God, if they get somebody else.
They got Steve Blum, which is a good voice, but it's not Bender.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, move on to the next one. Mr. Mulligan, we got your Beauty and the Beast. We've got Conan from Joe Rubenstein, who's been awfully quiet lately.
Yes, he has. Something must be brewing.
And it ain't coffee. Mr. Hebert, we got your Elektra Dressed to Kill.
And a lot of water towers.
A lot of water towers. Lobos, we got your Here Kitty Kitty. Mustafa, I know you're very impressed with this one. Rogan Gambit.
Absolutely.
And my inappropriate touching Beauty and the Beast full service.
Is that your best seller of all your prints?
Pretty much. This and Lion-O.
I mean, let's be honest.
We have a extra.
There's a little something extra on this one that's not on the Mulligan's one. Just a little extra.
A little extra.
Yeah, righty.
I wonder what that could be.
It's just a cup. Just an extra cup.
It's a 10 o'clock show as opposed to the 8 o'clock show.
This
a
is different.
It
from
gets a little blue. It gets a little blue.
Hashtag me too is what it is.
There
Yep.
you go. That's
He
it.
got tired of handling Chip. He wanted a different cup. All right, let's go. So we've got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. How can you get these? You can get any one of these by just claiming them. Claim Conan. It's that simple. Love G will help you out. Or go over to MBartist.com, whether you want fine art, platinum, or canvas, and fill up your boots in your cup. Sorry, wrong phrase. Cart.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And on the checkout, with the aptly titled promo code free shipping, we're going to give you exactly that. All right. We have a winner. Winner. And the winner is, the Oscar goes to Ariel Diaz. Ariel, let's see what you've won. Let's throw up this, whatever the hell it is. Spin the wheel. Anytime now. Oh, crap.
Oh, you got a good one. Look at that.
Congratulations, Ariel. Your crap that you've won is Chad Harden's Hellbringers.
All right.
Well, you've won now, Ariel. Congratulations, ladies.
I think I'm working on that book.
Yeah, it's that's a pretty cool cover. He put a lot.
Yeah,
of
I think I did a cover with him on that.
So there you go. Congratulations, Ariel. You've won a fine art print. Make sure you send me or Love G your shipping information, and we will get that out to you post haste. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the top of the hour, usually what we do next is show and tell time. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been all waiting very patiently. We had a couple people asking for it, so let's bring it up. Mr. Hebert, what do you got?
Well, Ghostbusters is still on a little bit on the back burner because we've been cleaning out my mother-in-law's house all week. So I've just been tampering with this a little bit. So this'll whet your tastes until next week. Next week, I promise we will have some more Ghostbusters. Okay?
Oh, very cool. How much more you got on that one?
A lot. But
No, on the Morbius one. On the Morbius one.
Oh, hour and a half.
Okay, when it's done, can you send it to me? Because I think we should do a Spider-Man double bill.
This has been a tinkering every time I have a free minute thing. You know, as I said, it's a palate cleanser for me. And I've kind of needed it because, you know, things have been kind of rough around here since just before the holidays. So, yes, as soon as it's done, I will send it to you, and it'll be all good. And then back to the serious stuff, the Ghostbusters. But I just kind of needed to have something that I can kind of noodle on and not be terribly serious about for a few days. Because there's a lot of stuff going on.
We hear you, man. Is there anything else on the drawing board around you want to show off? No? John?
Not me.
All right. Well, I got something
good.
that's yours I'm going to show off, and we're going to give a little shout out. Guess what we've got all done? It's been sent off to the printers. It is, let's see if Eric can throw it up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you, anytime now. There we go. All done.
Hey.
Oh,
nice.
John Hebert's The Princess Bride Presents The Dread Pirate Roberts #1. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to epictoys.com, and if you're a subscriber of the Epic Box, this month's theme is classic movies, including Princess Bride. What else? The Lost Boys, He-Man, He-Man the movie. This is going to be one of these prints are going to be in that box. So coming to you in about a week. So if you are a Epic Box subscriber, you're going to find one of these in your Epic Box. And if you're not, run on over to epictoys.com and subscribe now. And the exciting part about this is Scott was so excited. I literally watched the Boba Fett season finale yesterday, and as it literally ends, I get a text from Scott, Jamie, for you, and it says this. Here, where's my phone? I'm gonna read it. It's funny as hell. It was right directed at you, Mr. Coker, and I want to get everybody else's feedback. Where is it? Hey man, Okay, everybody listen, here we go. Tell everybody, I want to know if you agree. Hey man, tell Coker I said that now he's got to do a baby Rancor trying to bite the head off of a Mando action figure.
Not a bad idea.
You know the scene he's talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool though.
When the Rancor tries to bite his head, and it's like,
yeah. Thank God he's got that helmet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Mando season 3 is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be awesome if he actually squished it and all of a sudden they rolled credits?
Yeah. It would have been a Bambi versus Godzilla moment.
People would have hated this season then.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You see the head squid. You see Grogu's reaction. Cut the credits.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Buddha.
Oh jeez. That's traumatic.
All right. Mustafa, show and tell time. Do you have any Prime updates?
No.
Damn.
Sorry. Yeah, just I don't know. The household got a little sick, and so I've been kind of dealing with that. And
Oh, that sucks.
Are you okay?
It's fine, huh?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I just got the sniffles, but
Okay.
but yeah, you know, so like just kind of spending time with family, and I didn't have a show last week. I don't have a show this week, and I get really what's the word? Motivated. Yeah. So like I got a couple shows next week and the week after that, you know, maybe be like, okay, time to get back to work. But right now I'm just kind of in autopilot. Yeah. So I mean, I have a lot of things half finished, but they're downstairs.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, let's move along from Mr. Mustafa has a bad motivator. We'll take the blue
I have
one.
a bad motivator.
Jamie, you're the blue one. What do you got?
Okay, so my Boba Fett here is it's closer to being done. I got a lot of stippling in there. Got him wrapped up in there.
Good.
Yeah. So I figure a few more hours, a lot more stippling, and concentration, and not being distracted by awesome TV shows, and I should have it done. So, but then again, there's Peacemaker today, so decisions.
Peacemaker is good. You want me to tell you what happens?
Well, you got to tell me what happens because I can't find it.
They don't have it up there?
We don't have HBO Max.
No, they don't have it. I know. I was like, oh.
I saw the opening.
Wow.
That looked awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, the opening is pretty epic. Yeah. Well, what's great is I don't know like how entrenched in DC lore you are, but they're getting like not even C or D list characters, like E list characters, and like bringing them to the forefront. Like Vigilante, nobody's heard of Vigilante in like 20, 30 years. Matter Eater Lad gets a name drop.
Yep.
Matter Eater Lad? Oh my God.
Matter Eater Lad, yes, they go there.
The only time you ever had mainstream mention was Dennis Miller mentioned him once on a comedy special. And Dennis Miller's an asshole.
Yeah, they got some deep cuts. Yeah.
Even Kite Man.
I can get the app. I just
Kite
can't
Man?
get the service.
Yeah.
I can get the app. I can't get the service.
Yeah.
So I can download it and open it all I want. It's going to say Canada not found.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you guys like your Netflix is different than our Netflix. You get like different things that we get.
Yeah.
We do.
Weird. Yeah.
We do.
Wow.
I know. Tear.
Well, it's good.
But I got Disney Plus.
Yeah. You'll see. It's good. I don't know.
Yeah. Peacemaker's worth the wait.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting. All right. I got to wait until either I'm going to have to find it on the Hotbox somehow or because that's how I got to see Watchmen is it finally came out on the Hotbox.
Oh, that was awesome.
What is a hot box?
A Hotbox is one of those. It's like
Descrambled?
Is that like a pirate website?
When you have the smoke and you blow it into their. Wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
We're not doing hot boxing anymore.
It's not mine. It's a friend. Before the CRTC comes down on me, it's not mine. It's a friend's. That's my
like fire
Hey, you know
stick,
what?
that kind of thing,
When
like
I
a
was-
fire stick.
When I was in the
Yeah.
firehouse, we had the fire department had a descrambler, the free for you boxes we called it in the bar, which they shouldn't have, but now that I'm pissed
God.
at them, what the hell? So every pay-per-view was there to be had. So when NWA TNA first started, they would do a $10 pay-per-view every Wednesday night. I think it was Wednesday night. So we would all get together if nothing was going on, sit around the bar, drink the free beer, throw a couple bucks in a pot, get pizza and wings, and watch it twice for free, because they'd run it live and then again. And then some fool broke the box, and that was pretty much the end of that.
Who broke the
Hey,
box?
good
John?
times.
Who broke the box?
It
John?
was not me. It was
Wait,
not
how
me.
did
was
he
it
break
the
the
one-armed man?
box?
Fiddling around with it. There was like a loose wire on the back, and we said, wait till one of the electricians is here, and he kept tampering with it, and then all of a sudden everything just went everything went poltergeist, and that was the end of it.
Wow.
So we took him out back, gave him a good working over, and that was pretty much it.
Well, Jamie, I could tell you that the sneak peek that you showed, I've already got a couple pre-sales on that Boba Fett. So
Good deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty big.
Some people reached out to me and they were asking me when it's going to be done. So now I feel like even a little more pressure to get it done sooner than later. But
no pressure.
it'll be done. I promise. It'll be done. It'll be done.
Do you have anything else you want to show off? I know you got deadlines galore.
Nothing I can show at the moment.
Oh wow! Look at you, Mr. Contract.
Sorry.
Show it anyway, Jamie. No one watches this.
Nobody watched.
I make promises. I keep them. So
Show
I'm sorry,
a little
guys.
leg. Show a little leg.
No, hey now.
Let me see what I got in here. I found some of Francine's drawings. I started cleaning stuff out, and I found some of Francine's drawings. Look at that.
Oh,
Looks like a self-portrait.
I have no idea. And then
Oh,
there you go. What else did I find of hers? What else did I find of hers?
is that
so
original
she's
art
Yeah, that's
It's
original.
a handgun,
that
Dave.
you found?
Yeah, she sent a package. She sent a package, and someone just stuck it in. I have like a stack of boxes over there, and I finally started.
That
cleaning
is-
them out.
Deeply disconcerting.
A little bit.
It looks good. It should be seen.
Oh yeah, they're going up on the website. So
Okay,
I
good.
finally got. So we started the process of. We've got everybody's February. So if you go to MBartist.com, everybody's February and March shows are up there, and I'm just in the process of updating everybody's rates for event commissions. Right now, Jamie's yours is up. So if you're going to see Jamie at QuadCon, what's the next QuadCons? I know you got 3 or 4 of them, right?
yeah. There's one this weekend in Des Moines. Then next weekend in Davenport. Then I think there's another one coming up in next month in Omaha, and I think Peoria, Illinois. Maybe. I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
And
I
then
think
you
that's
got
right.
Lexington. You got Lexington
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
You're
Lexington.
working the old.
Yeah, going back to Lexington. So.
You're
There we go.
working the old AWA territory, Jamie.
Yeah.
So why don't we take a minute and let's review where everybody's going to be. We've got QuadCon Des Moines in February 12th. We've got Davenport for Jamie on the 19th. And then Mr. Mulligan will be in San Diego for February 19th. And then while he's in San Diego, Mr. Harden will be in Vancouver. And
So Vancouver is happening, huh?
Vancouver's happening.
Okay.
March 5th. Mr. Coker, you're busy, Mr. Coker. You're gonna be in Omaha March 5th, and then Peoria. Is it
Peoria.
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 That's a lot of vowels. March 12th, and then Toronto Comic Con. We've got who's gonna be at Toronto Comic Con? I can't remember. Mustafa, are you still going to Toronto? I think I have you down for Toronto.
Yeah, I want to go. I should be going.
Oh, there we go. Just had to go down a little bit. Chad Harden, Joe Rubenstein, Mustafa Musa, and yours truly is going to be at Toronto Comic Con, and then March 18th, GalaxyCon Richmond. Jamie's going to be there with the guys of Tron, and then the last one is March 24th, Lexington Comic and Toy Convention in Kentucky.
And that same weekend, I'll be in Finger Lakes in Lake Geneva, or Geneva, New York, rather.
Oh, can you send me that information? I'll post it for you. Okay.
Yep, I will.
Mustafa, when's your next? I think I've got you taking a knee for a while.
Well, yeah, last couple of weeks, last week and this week, and then next week I'm going to do a show called Dallas Comic Show up in Dallas area with Mark Brooks. So that'll be cool. And then let's see, the weekend after is Alamo Hero Con, which you would think would be San Antonio, but it's in Austin. And March is kind of up in the air still.
Well, I have you down for March 18th in Toronto.
Oh, for Toronto? Yeah, the early part of March. Yeah.
But if you've got some shows between now and then, can you send me the information so I can post it for you?
Sure. And then I was invited to this movie theater premiere for the Batman, the Battinson thing. They want to have a bunch of artists set up in the lobby, and they've had some artists out there in the past, and it's just kind of a fun little celebration of Batman and comic books and nerddom, and you got captive audience because they're waiting for movie to start, so that could be fun.
I did that with Wolverine.
You did that for Wolverine?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yep. Oh,
cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting pretty soon all the events. We should have in the next couple of weeks, we'll have the whole year events up there, as well as the ability to pre-book your commissions online for cons near you. So make sure you keep checking out MBartist.com because we'll keep adding stuff. And then once we get that all done, we'll start adding. I have a whole box of original art to put up, not to mention Bob's 200 pieces, which already is at bobmcleod.com. But we're also going to be making it available on MBartist.com as well. Yes, Anne-Marie and Kevin will be coming out to Philly to hang out with us. So that should be fun. It'll be nice to get on the road. I've got a little bit of the withdrawals. I haven't been to a show since C2E2. The phenomenal success story that was.
Oof. That left a mark. I'm
not going to lie. I've done, a show almost every week since then. And it's been a lot of C2E2s, just with a lot less cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Shows are just kind of meh lately. Yeah,
they're limping along, right?
Yeah. Like whatever you expect, it's less than that.
Ouch. You did what was it? New Orleans, yeah?
Yeah.
How was New Orleans for you?
Less than I was hoping.
Yeah.
There were just long stretches of just nothing. And I'm not going to say the names, but I was next to two legends and they did not get along, and one of them was very happy that I showed up to be the buffer in between them. So that was fun. That was entertaining.
Whoa.
So I get to talk to one guy, and then when the other guy went away, I'd be like, oh, that guy, oh man, that guy. And then I talk to the other guy, and be like, oh man, that guy.
Oh my god.
I don't want to say who.
Wow.
I think Steve has an idea, but I'm not going to say who. Yeah. Anyway.
I know 50% of the
Ladies
equation.
and gentlemen, junior high.
Yeah. So anyway, so
Junior
that was
high.
a highlight. But yeah, I mean, it just we go to the shows now. There's just long stretches of just tumbleweeds. Literally in Albuquerque, driving from the getting driven from the airport to the convention, there was a tumbleweed in the street that the van drove through. Like there are tumbleweeds going on right now. I don't know about you, Jamie, up there where you're at, but
Jamie, what's your feedback?
Well, so far we've only done one show. I mean, since since C2E2. So it'll be our second one. Yeah, it'll be our second for 2022 this weekend. I mean, I'm always optimistic. It might just be the time of year. But I'll say this. I'll say this though. Albuquerque, we did it once. Never doing that show again.
I had
doing that show again.
I had a fantastic time there in May, and I met a lot of great people, a lot of good customers. It's still worthwhile. Don't get me wrong; all these shows are still worthwhile. It's just you're working a lot harder for a lot less than you used to. You know, that kind of feeling, right? And,
Yeah.
there's so much downtime. Like C2E2 was still worthwhile, and Emerald City was still worthwhile, but there was just long stretches of just big pauses that you don't usually have at shows. You know?
Yeah. Wow. No, like the Albuquerque Comic Con, it's like I haven't met anyone yet who has told me they've had a fantastic show at that place. Like they've told me that it's okay is what I usually hear. But one of the things that most people tell me, which is it's crazy how many people have said the same thing. There's too many vendors for the amount of people that go to that show. I mean, it's 3 rooms.
Yeah, ultimately the city just isn't equipped for a major Comic-Con, you know. If you live in the area, then sure, come on out. But like driving to it or flying to it, it's definitely a risky proposition. Having said that, I had a fantastic time there in May. This one wasn't. It was like less than half. So like, yeah.
I think there's always a reason why Bugs Bunny takes a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yeah, it is one of the best run shows though. They have like catered food in the green room, and they take care of you, man. It's great for that. The actual show itself, man.
Hey, Steve, that sounds familiar.
Oh,
yeah,
Albany, right?
Yeah,
yeah. I think I heard about that.
Yeah, that was a great green room. There was more people in the green room than there was in the main room.
Yep.
Yes, there were.
Just sitting and chatting with a Power Ranger for 15 minutes because there's nothing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. When your 6-year-old at the time makes more money than you.
That's right. Remember, my daughter was selling Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my little one Ella, she's gotten the drawing bug, and she sat beside me on the Sunday, and Captain America walks by and says, "Here's $30, kid. Draw whatever you want." And I'm like, I got zero. I got zero commissions that whole weekend. My kid's there 5 minutes, and Captain America gives her $30. Draw whatever you want.
So you're bringing her to Toronto, right?
Oh, you should. I brought her. 2 of them, my two 11-year-olds, I took to Toronto, and they made $270 over the 2 days that I took them.
Wait, what?
They made $270 over
From
2
Girl Scout
days.
cookies or what?
No,
Wow.
commissions.
What? Really?
Commissions.
Wow.
Commissions. I gave them a bunch of little cards.
Yeah.
Like what's that? Like cue cards. Cue card size. And they were both drawn away, and they'd put it on I gave them, let's put it this way, there's so many free tables. I gave them their own table. Yeah. And they were like drawing, and they would put them out. And so like, oh my God, this is awesome. And this is the stick. Because the one is the drawer and the other one's the sales. And they go,
they got the team.
They've got it down. So they go, oh, this is awesome. Thank you. Would you like one? How much is it? Whatever you think is fair.
Oh, wow.
That's good. That's good.
Man.
That's good.
Man. And they dressed up every day. The 2 days that they were there, they dressed up. Harley Quinn, and they had the whole thing going, and they were pumping it out so much. Like my one just does that. The one that does the sales, she just does Daffy, Donald Duck, Donald Duck, Donald Duck, Donald Duck. And the other one was like, "What do you want? You tell me what you want." And she would disappear under the table, and then so there'd be one of them most of the time because the other one's under the table just drawing away. And then people would like, "Is mine done yet?" And then you'd see this hand like cousinette just go.
That's cute. Wow. That's really cute.
They had the stick down. It's just like my wife was just, my lovely wife was just like, wait, you did, like, she was expecting like $30-$40, whatever. Yeah. You did what? Yeah. You did what? How much do you still have? Wow. Daddy, can we go shopping now?
That's a good question, actually. Has anybody ever done like a commission or a quick drawing or something, and people ask, how much do I owe you? And you're just like, just give me whatever you think is fair. Anybody ever do that?
No.
I've done it once, I think.
I made that mistake once.
Yeah. I did it a couple of times where they gave me the card and I rang up the card and I was like, here, just type in whatever you think is fair. And both times I did it, when I got it back, I was like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that.
No. The
Oh,
only time
man.
I've done that was a little girl. A little girl came up. She was about 7, 8, and this was at Dallas. And she goes, "Can you do a spider, Gwen?" Sure, sure. And she goes, "How much?" I said, "Whatever you think. Whatever you think." And she gave me, like, I did the drawing because I didn't think it was gonna be much, and I put time into it. You know, for the kids, you go the extra mile, right, Jamie? And she gave me $8. She gave me $8.
Oh,
And her dad goes, that's all the money that she had. It was like, that's her allowance. She gets $8 a week. I'm like, you know what? It's just the fact that she was like grinning from ear to ear when I gave it to her.
Nice.
She looked at it.
Yeah,
Enough.
that's cool. That's cool. That you don't mind. But
Yeah, catch
Then
up to your kids' earnings.
then there's the ones that expect millions of dollars
I got a long way to
for
go.
free.
I got a lot. You know what I need? I need more Captain Americas. Yeah, my kids have it down pat. I could probably learn a thing or two. Actually, I should bring my one daughter. She's gotten into this new anime show. I have no idea, but she's been doing all the characters. I'll bring them in next week. They're actually pretty good. She's starting to turn it on. She really is You know how like when a kid has that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you
Yes.
could just see that fire is just starting to link up. And
Yep.
like, because I've been teaching her, because she does it on site, right? Because how do you learn? You copy, right?
Yeah.
So I showed her how to put a clean piece of paper on it and how to break down basic shapes and everything. And I just saw this light turn on in her head. And now she's got me bringing home top loaders.
Oh,
So, anyways, neither here nor yon. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Jamie Coker, Villainous Villains, DC and Marvel anchor Mustafa, Punisher, and X-Men Adventures artist John Hebert. We shared some art. We've had some laughs. I think we did a very, very in-depth dissection of the book of Mando Fett and
the Bubbalorian.
the Bubbalorian. There, I like that one better.
Bubbalorian, good.
Yeah, there you go, Ariel. Nurture
Run
the
when
next
the
generation.
t-shirts made.
Yep. You should, Ariel. You should. It's, you know what? I love bringing my daughters to the shows just because I get to see the excitement through their eyes, and it just makes it a lot more fun. Not only for them, but I enjoy it as well. But anyways, guys, in the next half hour at 5 o'clock, we're going to be doing our first spotlight with Francine Delgado. Hope you guys will come back and tune in. We're going to watch her do some drawing. So in the next half hour, and until then, Mr. Coker, what do we recommend people do?
Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you can see every time we're going to be doing this wonderful business for you.
We're done our business. Until next week, from the Great White North and all points in between. Good night, everybody.
Good night.